just about set to go now. Our starting pitcher in this one, Paul Skeens.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Okay, all set to go.
Leading off tonight
now
for
it's the right
Texas,
fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
And a swing and a miss.
Oh, and 1.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And there's a foul ball. Green gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Check swing, called strike. Called strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. Here's Corey Seager.
Corey Seager.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. And it's even up.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Next offering is fouled back. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. Misses off the plate. And that's ball 1. Perez, 34-year-old vet, and he was born in Venezuela. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Max Muncy in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And that is out of play. Cut on and missed at 101. 1 and 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Just misses. It's 2 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Back here in Pittsburgh, and our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
in there at the knees for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Here's O'Neal Cruz. And he grounds one to the right side. The tag, and he's out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 down, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Just missed.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Hit in the air, right field. Green pulls it down, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's a big power threat. Jake Berger. Yeah, that's fouled off. And now the count is even.
1-1.
And a foul ball. Good eye right there.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
On the inside corner for called strike 3. Adrian Del Castillo getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
Foul ball still 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty.
Ball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Struck him out swinging. And he strikes out the... And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2 at the plate for Pittsburgh. Vinny Pasquantino. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Oh, that's cheddar, baby.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Perez on to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Langford hauls it in, 2 away. Now a chance for Luis Garcia.
Luis Garcia.
Swing and a foul out of play. And it's fouled away. Drilled out towards left center field. That one carrying. That's long gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way. It's 1-0. Brenton Doyle now at the plate. And that misses. Ball 1. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Profar gets a piece there. 0-1 now. And a foul ball.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
In the dirt. One and two now. And he's out on the tag. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back here at PNC Park, and the batter now, Jason Dominguez. Schemes back to work. Just
inside,
missed. And
ball
another
2.
ball.
2-0.
Hit on the ground to short. Over to first.
He's out.
One up, one down. Here's Riley Green. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
31, Riley Green.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Pitch misses, and it's 1-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
On the ground to the left. Gets to it with a slide. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Struck out looking at his first at bat. And that one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike. And the sweeper misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Strike 3, 100 miles an hour from. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the shortstop, Zach Neto. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The shortstop takes the ball. Langford should have this one. Makes the catch for the out. So the lineup flips over. Next to hit, Jackson Chourio.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And misses inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Seager. Yeah, they get the out. So 2 down now, and here is O'Neal Cruz. First pitch swinging.
0-1.
Ground ball up the middle. Seager tosses to first, and that is the inning. Back here in Pittsburgh, here comes Corey Seager. And the first offering is not close.
Well, these Rangers, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, corrals it, and there's one down. Salvi steps into the box now. A single his first time.
13, Salvador Perez.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Just missed.
Outside.
Up the middle. Gets it to first. And they get Perez for the out.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here comes Max Muncy. 0 for 1 so far. And that's in the dirt. Muncy measures 6 feet even. 34-year-old vet. And he was a 5th-round pick back in 2012. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-1.
It's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Everything came together for him. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And now it's Jake Berger to hit. Late with the swing there.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
2 outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the right-hander deals. Ripped to short. Whips it to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Bottom 4, and here's the catcher, Will Smith.
The catcher, Will Smith.
And strike 1 to the catcher.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Hard hit right side. And they get the out on Smith. Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter, Vinny Pasquantino. He's 0 for 1.
Pasquantino.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Ball 1 there. And that's off the inside edge. 2-1. Outside with a breaking ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. Up next for the Pirates, Isaac Paredes. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a foul straight back. The 0-1. And that's down and away. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Adrian Del Castillo. And a swing and a miss.
Well, these Rangers need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Cruz makes the grab. 1 away. And now it's going to be Wyatt Langford. First pitch misses.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And another ball. And that's in there at the knees. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Next up for Texas, Jason Dominguez. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Robert Garcia.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Runner on the go. In the dirt, blocked. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Langford over at second, 1 down. And that's downstairs and outside.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
The 2-1. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. In there safely.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
1-1.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Both 2 in this one. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1.
Two balls, no
Squirts
strike.
away a little bit, but no advance from the runners. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position.
Nope.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Base hit, 1 run in already. The second run scores. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. They don't come much closer than that. We head to the bottom of the 5th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Luis Garcia. And no one can get there. And they have their first base runner since the second inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Doyle swings through it for strike one. Just missed.
Ball two.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That one misses, and that's ball three.
One strike.
And ball four, two aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here. Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. That one
ball,
not close.
two strikes.
Going to count 1-2. That one the other way. Off balance feet. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Zach Neto, the next Pirate to hit. Swings through that one. 0-1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Nice stop, and he's safe. Great effort, but it's a tie ball game. And now the Pirates leadoff man, Jackson Chourio. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. Swing and a miss, strike one. Traffic on the bases with one already in. Last half of inning number 5. And fouled off. And that's a fair ball. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count. Up against it with 2 strikes right there. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Go.
And the batter now, O'Neal Cruz. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Swing and a miss at a slider.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Base hit, 1 run is in. Here's the throw. Save!
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
And up to the plate is Will Smith.
0-1.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
Ball, 1 strike.
And now it's even up.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And he makes the catch. Runner tags for home. The relay throw.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Runner on the go. Foul ball there. Cruz off of first with 2 away. Could be extra bases. Coming home. The relay, not in time. He's safe.
Picks himself up at RBI. Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
And now, Isaac Paredes. Two outs and one in scoring position. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Muncy. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. And we're back. Top 6. Stepping in, Corey Seager. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate.
On the mound now for the Pirates, Justin Topa. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now, Salvador Perez. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And that one's a little bit low. 3-0.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
Runner.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Got him swinging. Throw to second. Tag. And they got him. Here's Max Muncy. 1 for 2.
Max Muncy.
Inside, and it's 1-0. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. To the right side, Garcia fires over to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back here at PNC Park, well, we go bottom 6. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Luis Garcia. Out towards right center field. And there's one away. Brenton Doyle, the next Pirate to hit. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
2 outs, base is empty. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Jurickson Profar. And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. 2 down, nobody on. Base knock right field. So a man at first. Now at the plate, Zach Neto. He swings and fouls one off. Profar off of first with 2 away. That one fouled off. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
The left fielder.
So the Pirates batting order turns over. Jackson Chourio, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 3. And that one cutting but missing down low. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and misses. And it's 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Neto around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
At the plate, O'Neal Cruz on the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third comes across, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now, Will Smith. Runner takes off.
0-1.
Throw there. Safe. Pitch misses. 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And there's a ball. And ring him up, says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout. This game's a bit of a blowout, Siggy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it. Boo, growing up, who is your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic. Still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I love Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Next is the designated hitter, Adrian Del Castillo.
Adrian Del Castillo.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze. I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Neto snags it, and that is that. Back here in Pittsburgh, bottom of the seventh, and here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. Sandlin goes 5 feet 11 inches, 28 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018.
You know, these Pirates putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. So far, they have 6 hits in the counts where the pitcher has had the advantage, so it hasn't been easy for them, but they're finding a way to get it done.
And ball 1.
2 strikes.
Seager takes it in for the out, and there's one down. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Isaac Paredes.
No, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Green settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Dominguez brings it in for the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez. So they turn things over to the righty, Matt Brash.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
To the right side. Takes it himself. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Riley Green digs in now.
Riley Green.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Out to center. Cruz moving under it. 2 away now. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Fouled off left side. Line drive, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning alive.
Handled that down and in breaking ball very well. I saw the break early coming from the other side and just let it get deep enough and drop the barrel on it at the very last moment.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. And first offering is fouled off. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this.
The flip to the pitcher covering, and Seager is set down. And the inning is over. And we're back, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the right fielder, Brenton Doyle.
Now pitching for the Rangers, number 30, Luke Weaver.
Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
0-2 is the count.
That's outside. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Jerks and Profar, the next Pirate to hit.
Nope, that's foul.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Langford makes the catch. And there's two down. Two down, bases empty. Zach Neto, the next Pirate to hit. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Knocks it down. Here's the tag, and he's out. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. Back here at PNC Park, we go to the ninth. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Brash back to work. And there's a foul ball. Just off the inside edge. That one pushed foul. And that skips in the dirt. Outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Max Muncy at the dish. That one missed. And there's a ball. And that is cut on and missed. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Way high.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And strike 2. The Rangers with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. And now the first baseman, Jake Berger. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Pop foul out of play off to the right. This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
This one ends the final 9-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John.